Thanks for being with us here on TCM. I'm Alicia Malone, and who's in the mood for a good old-fashioned melodrama? I am, and we have a film that's been called a juicy little soap opera, with some great names attached. The writer, producer, director is Delma Daves. The rich Technicolor cinematography is by Lucian Ballard, with a music score by Max Steiner, and the cast includes 1960s heartthrob Troy Donahue, along with Dorothy Maguire, Lloyd Nolan, Burt Convey, and a young Connie Stevens in the title role. From Warner Brothers in 1961, it's called Susan Slade. Stevens plays a teenager whose life gets turned upside down when she becomes pregnant. Dorothy Maguire is her well-intentioned mother, and Troy Donahue and Burt Convey are the two young men vying for her attention. At the time she made this movie, Connie Stevens was an up-and-coming young star who was starting to hit her stride. She first got noticed as the winner of several talent contests and appeared in a couple of movies before getting noticed by Warner Brothers executives. She was cast in the Warner's television show Hawaiian Eye in 1959, which ran for 4 seasons. With her good looks and lovely singing voice, she soon became one of the first recording artists signed by the newly formed Warner Brothers Records. And by 1960, she had 2 songs on the charts, Kooky Kooky, Lend Me Your Comb, and another hit called 16 Reasons. Connie Stevens was also a frequent co-star of Troy Donahue. He guest starred with her on Hawaiian Eye in 1959 in the first season and became a full-fledged cast member in the final season. On the big screen, they co-starred in the college story Palm Springs Weekend and made 2 films in 1961, Parish, also directed by Delma Daves, and the drama you're about to see. Here it is from 1961, based on the book by Doris Hume, Susan Slade. Like many melodramas, Susan Slade got mixed reviews when it was released in 1961. In his scathing write-up for the New York Times, film critic Bosley Crowther called it all just one big soft-coloured blob. Ouch. But with the popular pair of teen idol Troy Donahue and budding ingenue Connie Stevens in the starring roles, it did quite well with the younger crowd and ended up being a modest box office hit. As always, movies for the teen audience were a booming business, so studios were constantly looking for a way to cash in. Delma Daves wrote, directed, and produced the film. He's probably best known to TCM viewers for film noirs like Dark Passage or westerns like Broken Arrow or 3:10 to Yuma. But in the late 1950s and early 60s, he made a string of melodramas in quick succession for Warner Brothers, all of which starred Troy Donahue. 1959's A Summer Place, then in 1961, Parish and Susan Slade. Okay, stay with us here on TCM because up next is a movie set in the Wild West. It's a rip-roaring musical starring Doris Day and Howard Keel.
Next on TCM, Calamity Jane, then Queen Bee, and later, Autumn Leaves. Fall in with Joan Crawford tonight.